Hey guys, it's Luke Yan, and today I am going to be sharing a TBR for a week-long challenge that I'm going to give myself to read 7 books in 7 days. If that kind of challenge sounds familiar to you, it is because I have done that sort of challenge for the past couple of years when I participated in the Booktubeathon / Reading Rush, but since the Reading Rush is not happening this year, I decided that I would be an innovator, and so I decided to come up with a few challenges and pick 7 books that would fit into one of each of the challenges, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to daily vlog like I used to for the Reading Rush, or like I've done for the past couple of years. And we're basically just gonna pretend that it's the Reading Rush, but it's not, because like I kind of created this. But it's basically the same thing, so. Anyway, I do have some challenges. If you would like to participate as well, feel free to do so. I'm not expecting anyone to participate. This is kind of just like for my fun and for your guys' enjoyment, I guess, because you seem to like the daily vlogs from last year and the year before and the year before that, so yeah. I will be doing 7 vlogs, 8 videos about it, including this one. And the vlogs will start tomorrow, July 19th, and they will go through July 25th, which is a Sunday. Yeah, let's just get into it. So the first challenge is to read a book with your favorite color on the cover. My favorite color is blue, and for that one I chose Shah and the City of Gold by Roshani Chokshi. There is quite a lot of blue on this cover. There is a couple of blue-skinned gods, and then the sky is kind of blue as well, but this is the 4th book in the Pandava series by Roshani Chokshi. I read Shah and the Song of Death for the 2019 Reading Rush, and then I read Shah and the Tree of Wishes last year, and so I thought I would keep up with the tradition, I guess, and read the 4th book in the series. I'm really excited to get to this book because I love this series so much, and I love all the mythology, and I love Roshani Chokshi's writing. She has the best plots ever. I love her characters, and I'm really excited to return to this world because I miss it, and I'm really excited to read this. The next challenge is to read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation, and for that I'm going with Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. This is a book that I've been meaning to read for so long, and I just had not gotten to it yet, but there is a movie adaptation with Cate Blanchett, I think. And so I will probably watch that with my family sometime during the week, but this is a book that I'm definitely excited to get to. I have no idea what it's about. I think it has something to do with Antarctica or something. I don't know. I bought it a couple of years ago, so again, I'm not sure of the plot, but I am definitely excited to jump into this, and yeah. The next challenge is to read a book with something outdoorsy on the cover, and for that I chose Heart So Fierce and Broken by Brigid Kemmerer. This is the sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely, which I read in January and really enjoyed, and I'm really excited to jump into the 2nd book in this series. And as you can see, there are like trees, and there's a flower, and there's thorns and stuff, so definitely very outdoorsy, and it's green too, so yeah. And this is definitely the longest book that I'll be reading during this. I think it's like 450 pages or something, so wish me luck, but I am very excited to get to this book and see where the story goes, because I really enjoyed how it started. Next is to read a book with a number in the title, and for that I chose The One and Only Bob by Katherine Applegate. This is a book that I've been meaning to get to for so long. I read The One and Only Ivan in like 4th or 5th grade or something, and I loved it, and when I found out there was a sequel, I bought it immediately, and now that I have it, I still have not read it, but I will finally get to it during this week. I'm so excited to return. This is like a very short book. I'm really excited to get to this book because I love the first one, and I know I will probably really enjoy this as well. Next is to read a book set in a different century, and for that I have 2 choices. I have The Man in the Brown Suit and Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. These are 2 Agatha Christie books, and all of Agatha Christie's books are set in other centuries because she died in 1976, so most, I think all but one of her books are set in the 1900s, so the 20th century, which we are not in. We are in the 21st century. And so, yeah, I'll probably pick one of these. I'm not sure which one. I would like, in theory, to get to both of them, but I just don't think that is going to happen because they are pretty long. Like, for Agatha Christie books, they are pretty long. Like, Death on the Nile is in the 300s, and The Man in the Brown Suit is close to the 300s. So I will definitely pick one of these. I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards The Man in the Brown Suit. But also, Death on the Nile has a movie adaptation coming out in February. So, I don't know. I'm gonna decide on the day, but I will be reading one of these. Then the next challenge is to read a book with a magical main character, and for that I'm going with The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken. The main character of this book is Zoo, who has powers, so I count that as magical person. She's a magical person. But this is the 4th book in the Darkest Minds series, and every single time I've read a Darkest Minds book, it has been for the Booktubeathon / the Reading Rush, and so, again, I'm keeping up with tradition. I also have always read an Agatha Christie book during the Reading Rush, so that's why I'm reading that. I like tradition, if you couldn't already tell. So yeah, I'm definitely going to read this book, and I was mistaken when I said that Heart So Fierce and Broken is the longest book that I would read for this, because The Darkest Legacy is 570 pages. So, and then the last challenge is to read a book where the title starts with the same letter as your first name. Does that make any sense? But I chose The Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Iturbe and translated by Lilit Thwaites. We're not going to pay attention to the because there are not many books that start with the letter L. I made that challenge before I actually looked. I made all of these challenges before I looked at any of my books, so I kind of had to fit them in myself. But this is a book that I've been meaning to read for a really, really long time. I believe it is like, I don't know if it's nonfiction or just inspired by true events, but this looks like a really harrowing story, and I'm really interested in it, and I bought it a really long time ago, like around the time that it came out, which was in like 2017, but I am very in the mood for like a historical fiction book, and this one seems like it's going to be very hard-hitting, and I think that I just really need to get to this book, and I don't know when I would if it wasn't for this. And then I do have the challenge to like read 7 books, but it's technically like read 8, and I just have like one final book that if I can squeeze it in, which I think is very unlikely, I want to, and that is Crazy Rich Asians by Kwan. I've been meaning to reread this book for like 3 years, and I really want to reread the entire series. Hopefully I can do it sometime this summer if it's not for this little challenge that I'm doing. So, I really do want to read this, but it's probably not going to happen this week, but maybe I can like fit it into one of these challenges if I find one of these books like I'm not in the mood for it or something, because this is like a tentative TBR. I did want to make this video, but none of these books are like set in stone, so. But that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to participate in this, please do. I know I'm uploading this like the day before it starts, but you can always start late, you know, it's flexible, but this was kind of just like a fun thing that I wanted to do this summer, and I have a week where I was able to do it. So, yeah. But that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow with my first vlog. So, bye!